I hope someone will add with our meeting. Yeah. Uh, the question was, what are we planning to do on practicals? But every topic has its theoretical and practical side, and on practical side, we have special skills which we need to gain while we are studying at university and while we are studying this subject, dental skills and dental assisting. I want to say that today we'll begin working on some dental materials. No, this will be only the first meet with them, just to know what are they and why we need them, and also how to wash hands in the right way every time. It's useful for you, not only in dentistry, everywhere. How to wash your hands well, how to put on your clothes, maybe the apron, special apron, what we need, face mask, goggles, and glasses, yeah, and also face shield and everything what we need in dental clinic. We'll study all of them, and in future, if you have already read our syllabus, we have topic like rubber dam. We will have special equipment for rubber dam, and we will study how to put on the teeth rubber dam in order to work in a good, dry, and sterile area while we are working. It's very important not to damage not our mucosal part and also not ourselves, which from the droplets which are coming from the mouth. Okay. Was it enough, Philip, or you have another question? Okay. And from another's, Cookie or Raja, do you have any question about study time and process, or about our previous lecturer, or something else which was not clear for you? Okay, Raja. Are you coming
I
to
was
the
wondering who for the last lecture.
Cookie? What do you have? What kind of question?
Sorry,
Yeah, you had
for
question.
the last topic.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to know. You know how you listed the legislations and the size of the rooms that we uh she should have.
Yeah.
Do we need to know these in detail
No,
for
no.
the exam?
No, because every country has its own rules about this. But it was put in the
Okay.
book which we are studying from, and that's why I indicated it on my presentation. But every country has their own rule. I think that your country
Yeah,
has,
this is why I didn't want to learn it, but I didn't know if we were gonna get tested on it. That's why.
yeah. My
Thank you.
country has another rules because we have another cases and another situation in our country, not only in dentistry, in medicine also. And I think every country has its own. But in our book, that was indicated these mainly numbers. Now, are you ready for today for answering questions? Not Telco. Yes, very good. Just begin with previous lecture. And I want to just give you some questions, and for this we need the volunteers who are ready for today and who want to answer my questions. Yeah, which of you need it? Okay, now let's begin. Firstly, I will give questions to Philip. Philip, be ready for answering. I know that you will write. Okay, you'll write, and just I will give you a question, and then we are waiting for your answer. Okay. Not about legislations. What can you say is that about employers' responsibilities? Cookie, was the question clear? Not Cookie, Philip, excuse me. Philip is writing, as I remember. Yeah. All employees are safe. Yeah, that's right. Can you say about something about the special signs which identifies some categories at workplace? What kind of these special safety signs we know and what they are for? There are many different signs. Some of them can mean toxic, some can mean hot. Can you say what kind of topic and special sign we have for the like which gives us warning? Triangular. Yeah. It's black pictogram with yellow around it. Yeah, that's right. Can you say something about public visitor patients' health, how we can save their life, and how we can give them the situation that they won't feel in accident or in bad condition, and they will be absolutely free, relaxed, that they have all conditions to feel safe. Mm-hmm. The public should follow all instructions the office to make sure they are safe. Example of this, it's not to walk on the ground if there is a wet floor sign, or to turn off their phone when entering the office. They should also respect all office equipment. In this case, maybe the floor is wet, but if we don't put on any signs, a visitor can go and say that we had very big mistake and we have to pay for this then in front of law, because be very careful with this. Can you say anything about good ventilation system? What does it mean and why we need a good ventilation system? Yeah. Pill party writing? Mm-hmm. Especially with COVID. We need many things, especially with COVID, like ventilation system also. There should always be fresh airflow running through the room, and it should be filtered as well. Many of us not want negative pressure room as well. Especially in COVID situation, we don't use central ventilation system. Each room should have their own ventilation system, because maybe there is anything in one room and it goes through ventilation system and moves and moves and then it can be in touch with another room and with another patient. So we should think about it also. Can you say anything about workstations and settings? What kind of workstation and sitting we need while we are working in order to feel comfortable and not to have any pain, maybe in our back or in our legs, or be very tired very soon? Okay, workstations need to be large enough that you can move around without feeling cramped or tripping on objects. The chair should be also be comfortable for the dentist and assistant, as they will be seated all day. Yeah, you know that while we are working, we have some problems. I will teach you. One topic is about ergonomics too, and with our chairs, we will study how to sit in a right position with the patient in order not to feel very bad at the end of the day. You know, dentists have problem many times with their backside and also with their eyes. So we need to know the right position with patient while we are working in order not to feel any discomfort at the time. You know that dentistry is absolutely not dangerous for falling, yeah? But there are some details of falls. When the person has this warning that he will fall down in dental room. Yeah, I can repeat. You know that dentistry is not very safe, yeah? We have many viruses, bacteria, and many microorganisms in our room, but can we have also any other warning like you can fall? Which persons in dental room have this warning to fall down? When you're sitting at the next to your patient, you won't fall down. Yeah, if you have a chair and doesn't broke. But there are some persons who have this risk fall down while what they are doing in our room. No, the person who is washing windows, ceiling, or something else. Yeah, yeah, not assistant. We are working next to the patient. Yeah, or maybe on ladder and they are making some lightning. What can you say about contact with a window and chair? Can we put our dental chair next to window, near to window, and how can we put it? Sure, people outside can see the patient being worked on. Yeah, but also you should think about opening the window. The chair was, yeah, for fresh air, but not very close, yeah? Because if the chair is very close to window, we can't open the window, or it will be a little bit higher than the chair. In order, we should can to open the window. Okay, what can you say about disabled persons? What conditions we should give them in order to feel comfortable? Disabled people. As for equipment, to help anyone with disability, accessibility can be difficult for someone with a wheelchair, so there should be a ramp in place outside. Handrails in certain area may also be necessary for those who find it difficult to walk. Everyone with a disability should feel safe in the office. Yeah, and we have special stairs for them. We have special elevators, and everyone should can to enter the clinic, dental clinic, in order to get a special help from dentist. And can you say something about working on heights? What regulations we need at this case? I think that no one is reading presentations, only you two. Or why they are not attending lectures and answering questions. They won't have any grades in activity. Yeah. Many people who are falling down from heights while they are working on some buildings, they die. So precautions at this case should be very strong, and they are very useful for every person who are working on heights. They should have all equipments in order to feel safe, to be safe. Maybe they think that, oh, only this time and then I will use them. Employers should think about this also. Everyone should have special equipment, and not only have, they should wear them anyway, and without this equipment, they won't work anywhere. Okay? Thank you, Philip, for being ready. And now let's listen to Cookie. Cookie, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Cookie, what time is it in your country now?
6:23
Oh my.
a.m.
But-
Yeah.
and you hate me? Why are you calling so
No.
early? I need sleep.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I've gotten
It's
used
very
to it. You're
difficult.
not my only 6 a.m. class. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I will give you some questions and let answer, please.
Okay.
Okay. Can you say something about workplace? What does this mean and what kind of workplaces you know?
So like the definition, you mean,
Yeah,
of it?
definition.
So it's like any like premises that's sort of like made like available to the person that as a place of work. So like you said, we can have like a dental lab, or a person can work from home.
Yeah.
Um, that's sort of workplaces as well.
So, home should be also workplace, yeah?
Yes.
Nowadays, it's the most popular workplace. People who are in isolation, they are working from home, yeah? In Georgia, this is so.
Yeah.
Many people are working from home. Okay. What can you say about legislation and about the employers, what they are required to assess?
Uh, so uh, so they're required to make sure that anyone, like the workplace is like sort of safe and healthy for any like employees or any like visitors or like patients that they may have. Um, that So they have to make sure that they reduce all
Okay.
risk to
If
like
you mean
to
you
minimize.
mean that workplace won't be safe only for the people who are working there, yeah? For visitors also.
Yeah, for visitors, patients, anyone that sort of accesses the premises, is they
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
make sure it can be anyone. Just
Yeah,
them know.
anyway, why I asked about this, because look, people who are working at clinic, they know all the main stages, what's happening in clinic, where they have problem or something else, yeah? But visitors, patients,
Mm-hmm.
they don't know anything about this. That's why we need precaution signs, yeah? In order to show them that this is not careful this is not safe for them and they should be careful with these places. Maybe the floor is wet, yeah, what we need in this case.
Oh, the floor's wet, so you put a warning sign saying wet floor.
Yeah, be safe, the floor is wet, yeah. uh okay, what can you say about signs? What kind of signs we use in our practice and why we need them?
So like we said earlier, like we have the warning sign, so it's typically for
Mhm.
like points out hazards. So like if something's flammable, or like you said, like a wet floor, that's sort of a injury sort of place. And then we sort of have like the prohibiting sign, so like no smoking on the premises, something like that. Or like in hospitals, you typically have like the do not use your mobile phone in this area.
Yeah.
Um, so you
I
can,
already told you something about mobile phone. Why we should be careful with mobile phones, and why don't we use mobile phones while we are working? And we also say the patients, please turn off your mobile phone while I'm working. Why?
why? That just interferes with the equipment, doesn't it? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Um,
look, my mobile phone has very magnetic surface and lot of bacteria and viruses can attach the surface of mobile phone and don't remove from them. So
okay,
it's very dangerous.
okay.
Okay.
And then we had the mandatory signs, like
Yeah,
so it tells like people what to do. So like if you need to wear like a biohazard in places, or you can have like eye protection gear. Um, like so like sometimes you'll have like a sign like that says not drinkable water. So yeah, it sort of protects people from different things.
okay. What can you say about employees? Not
Employees,
employers, about employees.
they respond
Their responsibilities.
employees, yeah.
So yeah, yeah,
They sort of have to adhere to all the rules. So
yeah.
whatever rules that's set out by the employer, they have to follow it. And if they come in like they can't like misuse or like interfere with any of the equipment um that's been set out by the employers as well. And sometimes if you come against like hazardous conditions, like so like if you're working and you see like I said, there's a spillage somewhere, you wouldn't just leave it. You have the right to, you have a duty to report it.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah,
like
that's
that's
the
it.
main topic. Yeah, yeah. Can
Yeah.
you say something about maintenance of workplace, that fixed equipment and systems which we have and we use in practice, and how we can keep them and work with them?
Sorry,
What?
can you repeat the I didn't hear the first part of the question.
Yeah, look, I asked you about fixed equipment and systems and dental room and in dental cabinet. Not only in our room, maybe we have a special room for getting patients. Yeah, everywhere. What equipment we have and what precautions we need with them.
So some of the equipment that we have in the dental lab, we have electrical sort of like sockets. We have to have like emergency lighting. So in the case of a fire, you have to have lighting that sort of showcases all the fire exits. So you need a water an air supply, so ventilation supply, and you have to have like sanitary so like a bathroom.
We
Um,
also need gas supply, yeah, because while we are
yeah,
working,
gas supply, yeah, gas supply, and a
especially at
repeat
winter
that, repeat
time.
that. Sorry.
Can you say
Yes.
something about lighting in dental room? What kind of lighting we use and why we need each of them?
So your lighting has we have it in the stairways, so or any areas are quite dark if you have stairs. In each rooms, so in each of the dental rooms,
No, no, what I
like
asked.
clinic, like it
Yeah,
doesn't have
what
like
I asked. Look,
everywhere.
while I am working, I need three kind of lights. Which of them you can say? I'm sitting next to
Three
patient and
kinds of light.
three kinds of light. First, this is the light of dental machine. Yeah, I put on and this light in order to see what's happening inside mouth. Yeah. Second, this is room lighting, which I need in order for better visualization. And third, this is light which is coming from the window. Yeah. These three kind of light I need in order to make good work and to have good visualization while I'm working. And why I said about day and night, daylight, which is coming from the window. Now I want to say that many time we get patients at night. Yeah, at the time we don't have daylight, but there are some procedures which does not need very much this daylight. But when we are making restorations, especially on frontal teeth restorations, we say patient, please come to our place at daytime, in the morning maybe, or in the afternoon, in order to have good visualization for making better restorations. But if we have
Okay.
any carious cavity or molars, or we are not doing any very carefully done workings, we can do them at night also. Maybe endodontics. While we are making endodontics, we need more lightening of dental machine, not as much as the daylight. Is it clear what
Yes.
about I was
Yeah,
speaking?
that's good.
Yeah. I won't ask you about room dimensions and space because every country has their own rules about this. But I want to ask you about workstations and seatings. What about the employers should think about while they are planning these workstations and seating?
So the season that they give it has to sort of suit sort of matched be suited to the person that's using it and like what task it's going to be used. So like someone in an office would have like a you need a chair and a computer, but in a dental lab you still need it, but it's not as common to have like a whole bunch of seated areas with desks. You we need more the clinical rooms and stuff like that. Um, so your workstations, you should be have like adequate support in terms of allowing you to do your carry out your task. So like in terms of equipment, if you didn't have the equipment, you wouldn't be able to uh, carry out your task.
Yeah.
I can't remember what else. Sorry.
What you asked, please say again. I could not understand.
So I'm like, so like you'd have to be able to like move freely from through it. So like that's why we speak about like the dimensions earlier to have enough space to move around.
Yeah.
And I that's all I can remember. I can't remember
Yeah. Yeah.
anything else. Sorry.
No. No. Can you say something about windows in the dental room? What about we are thinking while we are planning the location of window?
So so like the precautions we have to take with the window or just windows in general, what we have to have.
No, window. What we have generally. What about we are thinking while we are planning the condition of window and this chair, dental chair where we are working?
So like you okay, so you wouldn't put like a window so you wouldn't have really like a window
Can you
in.
put dental machine very close to window in case you can't open the window?
No,
That was the
no.
main, yeah.
Um,
It should be special
you
distance
shouldn't put it in an
between
area
them,
where
not
the
very far and not very close. In order, this air which is coming from the window should circulate in the room with patient also. Maybe the patient feel bad, yeah, and we need air, fresh air. When the window is very far from it, while it comes to your room, it need time, yeah. And if you say patient, get up please and go to the window for fresh air, she can't because she's bad, yeah. But if
yeah,
the chair is very close to window and you can't open the window, it's worse also. So we need special distance between window and chair. In case we should be able to open the window while we work with patient. What
yeah,
facilities we
and it
need
shouldn't
for
be.
washing? Yeah, you had question, yeah?
No, 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 it's okay.
Say please, you was speaking about something.
Oh no, I was just gonna add to what you're saying. So like I was
Ah,
saying,
yeah.
like you would have to. I think you remember you said like you have to fix it with a material that sort of protects against breakage. So
Yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah. Can you say something about washing facilities? What we need for washing our hands at dental room?
So you're gonna need a basins, like a water supply, that
Yeah.
has like that supplies like both hot and cold water, and then you need like a soap and hand dispenser with hand towels, paper towels, um, and I think you said that like the washing facilities also have to be quite close to the like your toilets as well. You can't be quite far away from it. It has to be in the immediate vicinity of it as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What accommodation and facilities we need for clothing or changing our clothes, and why we are
For
changing clothes
clothing,
at working place?
so we do it so we avoid to avoid like you store it in a suitable place. So you usually have like locker rooms. If you can have male and female separate rooms if needed, um, and it's just to prevent the risk of contamination. So if a person, a dental worker, comes in with their personal clothing, they have to remove it prior to starting work, and also like when leaving, you would have to remove your clinical clothing before entering like the community.
Yeah. And what can you say about smoking? Is it allowed to smoke on at workplace for dentists?
No. Usually, like areas like smoke free. In the UK, at least, it's in smoke free.
And what the condition in your country? As for us in Georgia, doctors can't smoke, no, even not only in clinic, also outside near clinic in 3 or 4
I know.
meters.
So you can't smoke anywhere like outside the premises. So usually there's like a designated smoking area, like, and it's usually at the back of the place where customers at the front can't see you.
I think this is very good rule. Less smokers will be around us.
Yeah.
Okay, working from home. Can you say in more details what we need for working from home and how we should be able to work without very noisy and very tireful situation?
Sorry. What was that? I couldn't.
Working from home, what we need for being comfortable.
So you just have like a maybe you'd have a specific work area. Um, it's the same thing. I don't really know. Actually, I didn't really learn that one. Sorry.
No, no, look, this is the final, maybe, yeah, final slide as I remember. While we are working from home, imagine that there are a lot of people in this room and they are, some children may be crying and adults or any other people may be calling each other or any other noises. I won't be able to work, yeah? How can I read you in lectures and how can I communicate with you? As for you also, you are studying, yeah, but there are many people in your room or they are crying or they are calling each other, speaking with each other. You won't be able to study or to listen, yeah? Or to work, to
Yeah.
concentrate on your work. So you need first of all quiet and safe place, yeah, in order to be
Mhm.
able and to know that don't have any danger and you are safe and you are in comfortable space and you feel well and you can work well. Okay.
Yeah. I used to like the take breaks in between as well. You wouldn't go like a full working day. I think.
Yeah.
So I think I'm assuming they just assign their own like work breaks.
Okay. Do you have any question for me? I think that my question for you is already finished because you are ready for today's presentation. But
No,
do
I
you,
don't have it.
I couldn't listen. I
None for me.
not. Philip, do you have any question? Okay, Philip, I asked you. Are you coming to practical? Yeah? No, not first 30. This is 12:30 p.m. 12 and not first. Salome had mistake? I will find. Can you show me the email? We are beginning at 13 in November of 2020, but the exact time here is not predicated. Uh, okay. Maybe two groups. Yeah, there are two groups. Yeah, there are two groups. One group is beginning at 12:13 and second at first 30 because you're too much in your group as I know, and it's not possible to work together so many people. While it's Corona time, it will be better to have less communication. Yeah, yeah. That's why you got like this. And Cookie, when are you planning to come to Georgia? And when will you be able to attend practical courses?
On the 21st of November. But then I have to spend 12 days in quarantine, so it probably won't be like till mid
In December,
December,
you will be here anyway, yeah?
unfortunately.
In December, you will be here with
Yeah.
us and to work with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's enough for practicals, I think. Okay, let's begin our lecture. But I want to share my screen. Hmm. Can you see my screen? Mm-hmm. Let's begin. Today we will speak about personal protective equipment. Personal protective equipment is equipment what we need while we are working at our workplace in order to feel comfortable, to feel safe, and not to have any danger of something very important. Our presentation is likely divided in some little topic. This is introduction, legislation, range of PPE, and risk assessment. Employer responsibility, the PPEC process, and employees' responsibilities, what they are responsible to. Personal protective equipment, what does it? Yeah, it's held or worn by an individual in order to protect against foreseeable risk to which she is exposed during the course of his work. It must only be provided where these risks can't be adequately controlled by other means. What we need for personal protective equipment as dentists, we need gloves, we need aprons, protective eyewear, face shields, and masks. Eye protection, yeah, how we can protect eyes? Yeah, with the glasses, as I have already said, it won't preventive risk water entering the eye during dental treatment procedure. You know, a lot of droplets are coming out from mouth, especially when we are working without rubber dam. Oh, what's inside the mouth? These droplets with also materials which we are removing from tools. And these are aerosol of microbes. All of them are around the patient face, and it's coming to our face too close because we are working very close to patient. So now the aspirators don't remove all particles at all. Therefore, personal protective equipment is required as a last resort. Personal protective equipment also includes clothing, and the clothing is intended to protect against a foreseeable risk. But we need special glasses for working with patient. Personal protective equipment. Yeah, employers are required to select, provide, and maintain suitable PPE and to ensure appropriate use where risks cannot be adequately controlled by any other means. Employers are required to ensure, so far as is responsibly possible, the health, safety, and welfare of all employees. Employers to make suitable and sufficient assessments of risks to health and safety of employees to identify the measures need to remove the risk of reduce to an acceptable level and requires employers to assess risks to health from exposure to hazardous substances by employees and private exposure where responsibly possible, where not possible, to control exposure and protect health. This control of substances hazardous to health regulation 2002. This is the one big circle like risk assessment, risk management, and risk communication. And what kind of connect with them? Risk assessment, this is science based. Risk management, this is practice based, and risk communication is contact also with between them. This interactive exchange of information and opinions concerning risks. We have the risk assessment process. This is teamwork. This is feedback of one teamwork risk assessment. At working place, so we should have special control on noise, and this regulation in the 2005 requires employees to prevent or reduce risks to health and safety from exposure to noise and at work. Imagine that you are working with patient and there are many people in the room. The patient and with patient other visitors like her mom, her grannies, granddaddy, grandmommy, her father, her friend or something else. Yeah, maybe you have child and there are all the family in the room. You, your assistant, and also any other noises are coming outside the room, maybe from the window, because here is next to the street. Yeah, imagine how can you be concentrated only on this and not any other thing? Then can you work quietly and think only about that? Let's finish this teeth and nothing else. Yeah, it's very difficult, and especially when you're working on restorations of frontal teeth, you need more concentration. And also, when you're working in endodontics, you need quiet space no, for you. And here I want to say also another very important thing. There are many clinics where three, four, and five chairs are together next to each other. In Georgia, this kind of clinic I had when I was a student and I studied my practice at residential. We were, if I remember in right way, eight. Yeah, we had eight chairs, four in one row and four in next row, and all these people were working at the same time The doctor, the assistant, the patients with a visitor. Imagine the noises in the room, and also the teacher who is coming from one to second to third. Yeah, it was very difficult, but when you are a student, it's normal, yeah, because you won't have a special room for only for you, because the teacher should be concentrated on all of you. But there are many clinics where doctor work in the same situation, and in this case, it's difficult. So try to have your own cabinets when you begin to work in high dentistry, and also about noises. Close your door while you're working. Say visitors don't allow more than one with your patient, not the whole family. And there is many time when you say, please come alone without any visitors and without any friends and family members. Especially nowadays, it's Corona time and we need less contacts between people. Yeah, so come alone. And in the room, there should be only the doctor, the patient, the assistant. And also, as for me, I like the music on very low voice. This should be very quiet music in order to be for patient. It's good in order patient to feel relaxed. But there is some cases when you have children patient and they want to watch multiplications like cartoons, and we have many cartoon networks at our computer, not in front of the chair where patients can see everything. In this case, you can't say the patient because she's child maybe, yeah. Oh, I hate noisy. You should work with this noisy space, but here is another. We have some special things in order not to feel so noisy voices. But don't make any headphones in order. Maybe the patient is picking at you. Yeah, you should hear everything. Not very high voices, but if someone says you something important, you should be able to listen they're speaking, because maybe it's very important at this time, especially at this time. And about personal protective equipment regulation 2002, responsibilities are placed on designers, manufacturers, and suppliers of PPE to ensure PPE complies with safety requirements as the European Union. CE mark is clearly visible. Relevant items are as follows: range of PPE and risk assessment. It includes equipment and clothing. In this chapter, it includes that which is relevant to dental practice, therefore, other items have been excluded as they are not relevant to the dental practice. Why we should speak about everything? Maybe for those people who are working at heights, or for those people who are working on road works or something else. Yeah, we need only the special protective equipment, special clothing for dentists. What we need, as I have already said, we need gloves, safety footwear, safety glasses, face shield, and mask. Yeah, not only this, I will say in other ones, but now I want to say that safety footwear. We spoke about gloves, glasses, shields, masks, but we had not said about safety footwear. A lot about safety footwear. Yeah, that's why doctors use special shoes at a working place. Yeah, the shoes is only for this workplace, and we don't walk in streets or in shops with these foots. So it's not necessary to use safety footwear clothes. Our shoes are already for this work and already clear and already ready for to use on this place. But patients and visitors who are entering the room, their shoes are dirty, yeah, lot of, and full of bacteria and viruses and something else, yeah. So please put one box with safety footwears, not inside the room. Before entering the room, the patient should wear safety footwear, and then they can enter the room. Nowadays, that new rule that while before entering the room, patient should wear safety footwear, face masks, and as soon as they are enter the room, we make measurements of their temperature, and then we put some disinfection solutions on their heads, and they are making like this in order to feel safe, they and for us too. We also need visors, armlets, clinical clothing, aprons, air protection, and barrier creams, hand hygiene products. And this is personal protective equipment, as I said, yeah? Head covering, face mask, special aprons, gloves, and special eyewears, and disposable shoe coverings. We have two kinds of gloves. This is examination treatment gloves, and also second, this is non-medical gloves. Examination treatment gloves, like medical gloves, they should be well-fitting for individual users. Powder-free, preferably latex-free, odorless and tasteless, good wet and dry grip, tactile sensitivity, and antibacterial. And gloves type 2, this is non-medical gloves, well fitting for individual users, durability, heavy duty strength, punctures and chemical resistant, good hold and grip, rod cuff, latex free, and allows manual dexterity. We also use safety footwear, as I have already said. Look how it's and what this. This is specific size for users, and toe area should anyway be covered and non-slip. PPE safety glasses. Okay, now I should show you the safety glasses. I will show you in practice also which kind of glasses is better for to wear while you are working. It should be well fitting for individual users. When the glasses are too big or too small, you won't feel comfortable. You can't see anything. Yeah, when it's like very big and you can't use them well, you should be concentrated only on that you wear the eyeglasses, which is not comfortable for you. So it should have also lightweight and not very heavy in order not to feel any pain on your ears. And it will be full clear anti-mist strengthened lenses and side protection, because while you're working, not only the front sides of your eyes are damaged, maybe from the right or left side some droplets can enter us also. It should be the designed in case to protect the all eyes around it tissues. Maybe worn over glasses and a good optical quality, because you know that many doctors are using special glasses called they for to zoom some topics, because they can't see well without these glasses. Yeah, it should have good optical quality and compatible with mask. What does it mean? If you have worn together eyeglasses and face mask, you should see that you can't see anything because there is white space behind these glasses, because of while you're breathing, it's going up to under these glasses. So there are special eyeglasses which are designed to fit with the face masks and protect from radiation emission laser wavelengths. Not all of glasses can these, but we have special glasses while we are working laser in order to protect our eyes from these laser lightnings. Face shield should be tinted shield covering eyes. Handle provides firm grip, protect from radiation emissions. For example, carrying lights. Not all of them can be. About face masks. Look, face masks is for nose and mouth. Don't use it only on mouth and nose outside it, yeah? It should cover all, nose and mouth. But face mask should be able to use well. It should be comfortable. It should have lightweight, good filtration, because nowadays when we had some problem because we had too few face masks while corona time, some designers design special face masks, but in this case, you should think about filtration. Not all masks can protect as well. It should be an adjustable nose band, high breathability, called maybe the face mask has very good filtration for microbe, but it's too thick and we can't breathe. If we can't breathe, so we should have hypoxia, and we won't be able to work with patient. It should have food resistant, because while we are working with patients, droplets are on our face mask, yeah, and if it has not a food resistant, it should go through this face mask to our nose and mouth, and we won't be protected from them. Air loops or tie on in order to use them well and compatible with safety glasses. That's why I have already said. Withers, this is eye, nose, and mouth all together. This is withers. This should be well fitting for individual users. It should have lightweight, full, clear, and face covering and style protection. Maybe worn our glasses and good optical quality, because while we are working, maybe we are making preparation of teas or cleaning, tooth cleaning with airflow. All droplets are on this face shot and visibility is less. In this case, our assistant should know that they should make a clearing of these. Some doctors ask designers, please design any withers with special cleaning machine, like the car has it, because when there is any droplets on it, to clean at the same time. Armlets without usement time. This is for forearm fitting for individual users, adjustable at flex area, and cuffed. Clinical clothing. Everybody should wear special uniform, and we will also wear special uniform at our dental clinic. It's not important in this case the color of this uniform, but every clinic that use uniforms, every clinic are using uniforms, and they have their special brand, and they say that my clinic color is blue, light blue or dark blue. My clinic color is maybe green or maybe yellow or maybe red. Every clinic has its uniform color in order to separate from each other. And when I see the picture of doctor, I can understand from which clinic she is. Yeah, it's very good also, but more important is to be well fitting for individual users and flame retardant. But it's not enough to use only special uniforms. We also use aprons, splash-proof, disposable polythene. Air protection, I spoke a lot about air protection and how to work without noisy spaces. It should have good speech recognition, ergonomic design, well fitting for individual users, tapered soft foam, and lowest describable reduction. What's PPE? PPE is provided as a last resort. Therefore, in order to determine the need for PPE, risk assessments must be undertaken on all relevant work activities. This will identify the hazards people are exposed to and how they are at risk. Will be happy. The next stage is to select the appropriate PPE for the identified risk, involve the users, and consult with them in order to gain their opinion and to encourage their comment. They identify the characteristics of PPE which are required to protect against identified risks. This should include the following. Does it protect from the risk identified? Is it well fitting and, if necessary, adjustable? Will it allow the user to move freely and undertake their work safely? If more than one item is required, are they compatible and do they protect against the risk? For example, where both safety glasses and a mask are worn. And will it allow for normal work activities to be undertaken to the required standard and not interfere with patient care? And also must be provided without giving information, instruction, and training. Because maybe you have PPE, but you don't know how to use it. Why you need this kind of PPE? So we should know why it has been provided and the risks it will protect against. How it will protect the user against the identified risk. If we know this, we can use them right also. When and how it must be used and its limitations, because everything has its limitations. Maybe I wear it one time, twice, or the 1 week and then I remove and throw to the garbage. Yeah. And also when and how it must be cleaned, decontaminated. Maybe it is not available to be cleaned or decontaminated, and in this case, we should throw them when it must be removed and replaced, and also how it must be stored and disposed of the consequence of not adhering to the above. Okay, so use of PPE is to be monitored and reviewed to assess if it is being used, cleaned, replaced, stored, and disposed of correctly in line with the practice policy and to the manufacturer's requirements. In addition, monitoring will help identify and discrepancies with the existing system and changes that need to be made. And many clinics have special person who is taking care of this, who make special meetings with doctors and with special people who are entering this PPE at clinic in order to teach them and to give them some instructions. Most of the PPE provided in the dental practice is disposable. However, a maintenance program should state when it has to be removed, cleaned, decontaminated, replaced, stored, or disposed of, and should ensure that an efficient stock control system is in place and that replacements are always available. The program should also include a reporting procedure if the PPEC is defective. And just like all other risk assessments, the PPE assessment must be kept up to date to ensure that it remains valid and suitable. You should state in your policy when the provision of PPE will be reviewed. And now, employers' responsibilities. Employees have a legal responsibility to apply the training received, which include the following: use of or wear PPE, which has been provided to protect the employees from identified risks. Care for it including cleaning, decontamination, removal, replacement, storage, and disposal, and also report any problems and defects. Employees must be taken all steps to ensure that employees comply with the policy and use PPE as specified. If an employee refuses to comply, she is liable for prosecution. And summary: PPE must only be provided as a last resort after a risk assessment has been undertaken to determine the need and suitability. It will only protect the individual user, wearer, and not those in the immediate vicinity. Therefore, the effectiveness of the protection it provides is totally reliant on the cooperation of the user. I frequently asked question: why is PPE provided as a last resort? PPE will not remove or eliminate the hazards and risks. Therefore, they still remain. It's provided where the risk assessment shows that the risk can't be suitably controlled without providing PPE. That's why we need them. What if an employer refuses to wear safety glasses? Look, that I say that I don't want safety glasses. I have already said this, that I could not work with glasses because I could not see anything while I was working with patients. There was a lot of droplets on it because while I was breathing, this was wet inside and I could not see anything while I was working. But this was when I was a student. My teacher said that she won't allow me to get any more patients if I didn't wear safety glasses. So I had many meetings with special people in order was it allowed or not, and they said that anyway your teacher is right and use safety glasses anytime anyway. So I bought another kind of safety glasses, which was more comfortable for me, more fitted at me. So if you buy the glasses, which is especially for you, your size, which has good visibility, you will be able to work safely because while you're working, not it's protecting you not only from droplets. Maybe you're working with hypochlorite and maybe some injury of needle or of anything around you, and it goes through your eye. It can bleed you. So use safety glasses anywhere, anytime. And the PPE policy must be developed in construction which employs. This should clearly explain what is required and what action will be taken in case of non-compliance. Before starting disciplinary procedures, as an employer should check that the employees fully understand the policy and that they are aware of their legal duties to cooperate with the employer and not to internationally interfere with or misuse anything provided in the interest of health and safety. Can I charge an employee for PPE? No. An employer can't charge an employee for any safety equipment. It must be provided free of charge. No one pays for this. So, what we use? We use safety glasses, face mask, face shield or visors, a special uniform, aprons, gloves, head covering, and shoe covering. This is special. Also, we should use some for protecting our ear. Thank you very much. Okay, you're here, yeah. Do you have any questions, please? Thank you, Philip. And for Cookie, it was everything clear, and you don't have any questions also? Okay. As I know, you have MCQ first next week, yeah? Yeah, 25, okay. And you should be ready from this presentation. Then also some questions should be from books also, the same topics in the books you should find and you should read from the books also. I gave you questions only from presentations in order to give you marks. And also, that's why the presentations are more easier and more clear for you, but read also these topics in the books too in order to write well your first MCQ. I hope for before the second MCQ and before the final we will have too many meetings in order to speak about more details. Mm-hmm. Okay, if you don't have any question and if you don't want to make any comment about this lecture or about reviews or about study and time and activities, you can leave the meeting.
Thank you. Have a good week, Doctor.
Thank you. Thanks, same to you.
Bye.
Okay, bye.